Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. Today we will experience more of a classical yoga flow utilizing traditional asanas. A variety of balance challenges are filtered into our routine along with the deepening of holds for a better stretch. So have a seat and let's get started. We will begin in easy seat, a nice comfortable seated position. Feel free to sit on a block or blanket. We're going to place our palms down on the thighs, pull the elbows back to the rib cage, draw the chin into alignment, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Close our eyes for a moment and just tune into the breath, connecting, feeling our body connected to the earth as we prepare for our practice. And our intention for our practice today would just to be to go with the flow, our vinyasa flow, and doing whatever you can do and not pushing yourself too far, but finding your edge. One more breath. Slowly draw your chin to your chest, stretching the back of the neck. Roll your left ear to the left shoulder, and then back, chin to chest, and then right ear to right shoulder, and chin to chest, and then all the way back around, if you'd like, to the back, and to the right, and then we'll reverse direction. And then chin to chest. And then bring your head back to neutral. Pull the chin into alignment. Slide the shoulders up to the ears and then all the way back down. Reach the arms out to the side, palms up, thumbs towards the back. And then feel the thumbs drifting backwards. Feel the chest opening up. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale it out. Feel the shoulders relaxing. And then we're going to inhale, touch the fingers above the head, long arms. Exhale over to the right, keeping the left hip down. And then we're going to inhale up through the center and then over to the other side. Inhaling, lifting, one breath, one movement. Exhale. And then inhale, lift. Exhale to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist to the right, hands to the thigh, arm behind. Nice exhale here. Inhale through the center, arms come up. Exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale back through the center. Exhale both hands to the sides, out to the sides. Slightly lean to the right, bend the right elbow. Let the left hand just hang out. And then lift, and then try the other side, leaning into it, noticing the difference. And then back to center, hands on the knees, cat-cow, draw the chin to the chest, round through the back. Inhale, lift and open, slide the hands back up on the thighs. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and open, and exhale, round. And inhale, lift and open. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms all the way up. And then exhale the hands in front and transition to tabletop. So for tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, pushing the tops of your feet into the mat, cat-cow. Spreading out those fingertips. Exhaling, drawing the chin to the chest, round through the upper back. Inhale, lift the head and the tailbone, arching the back. Exhale, round. And inhale, lift and open. And exhale, round. And finishing up with an inhale, arch. And then find your neutral spine. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, nice flat back. without rounding through your back. I want you to feel the belly button pulling into the spine. Try not to shift your weight as you extend your right hand to the front. Thumb is up, shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder pulled away from the ears, and then extend the left leg to the back of the mat or lift it off. Extended tabletop. Find your breath, building some heat in the body, warming things up. One more breath. And then bring the hand and the knee to the floor. Try not to shift too much. Keep that belly pulled in without rounding the back. Extend the left arm out front. Thumb is up. Right hand to the back of the mat. Finding your breath. Notice the difference on this side. One side might be easier than the other. Embrace the shakiness. And then bring your hand and your knee to the floor. We're going to tuck those toes under. Walk the hands slightly in front of the shoulders. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then find your downward facing dog. Slowly shifting your hips. And then pedal out your dog. Pedal out your feet. Walk your dog. Moving those hips while you're at it. And then send those hips backwards, soften the knees, pull the shoulders away from the ears for your downward facing dog. It's okay if your heels don't touch the floor, as long as you're not feeling it in the low back. One more breath, pushing into the fingers and the palms. And then you're going to walk your feet forward, finding your forward fold. Make sure your toes are pointing forward. Maybe 1 to 2 fist distance between your feet. Maybe swing side to side, head is hanging. And then we'll place the hands on the shins, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, fold, and then inhale, rise all the way up. Bring the fingertips together. Exhale, palms to heart space. Finding your mountain. Open up those palms, ground those feet into the floor, all edges of the feet. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale the shoulders into place. Soften the knees, hips are relaxed. Side bend to your right. Find your breath. On your next inhale, you'll come up and exhale to the other side, keeping the arms equal distance apart. We're going to inhale up, interlace the fingers, first finger to index fingers together. Again, soften the knees, side bend to your right. Finding your breath. One more breath. And then we're going to inhale, lift, and then exhale to the other side. And then we're going to inhale, lift. And then exhale, release the fingertips, forward fold, swan dive. All the way down, soften or bend the knees. Step your feet back, find your plank. So we're going to continue here to warm up the body with our sun salutes, sun salutations. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Elbows in, slowly lower towards the belly. And then lower to all the way to the belly. Just a baby cobra to start out with. And then exhale down. Tuck your toes, find your downward facing dog. Lifting yourself up, pedal out your feet, walk your dog, move those hips. Find that downward facing dog. Find your breath. We're going to take the right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, do a couple circles, one direction, and then the other. Loosen things up. Extend that leg all the way back up for a three-legged dog. Then bend the knee. Bring that right foot towards the hands. And then bring your left foot to join it for a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Straighten the arms, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Tap the fingertips. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Take the right foot back. then the left foot, and then chaturanga. You can use be on your knees if you need to, and then inhale either cobra or up dog, and exhale downward facing dog. And again, make those adjustments. Find your breath. And then you're going to take your left leg up, three-legged dog. And let's bend the knee, rotate that knee, that whole, circle it around, make the hip loose. And then the other direction. And then extend that leg up, three-legged dog. We're going to bend the knee, bring the foot between the hands or towards the hands. And then the other foot, find your forward fold. Feel free to use blocks here if that makes it a little easier. And then inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. This time, step back with the left leg, then the right. Again, building heat, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Feel free to be on your knees here for your chaturanga. Getting those arms warmed up, building the upper body strength. Option, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to bring that right leg up again. This time it's going to come forward. Pivot onto the back left foot. Find your warrior one. Drawing it up. Bending into that front knee. Find your breath. And then we're going to exhale, fold all the way back down. Step back into plank. And then chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. We have one more. We're going to do the left side. Balancing things out. Left leg comes up. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Bring that foot to the hands, pivot onto the back right foot, find your warrior one. So good for our balance, getting up off the floor. Find your breath. Feel that stretch in that right hip flexor. You're breathing. And then on your next exhale, bring it all the way back down. Step back to plank. Feel free again to be on your knees. You can always go straight to downward dog, or you can add your chaturanga to your upward facing dog, to your downward facing dog. Let's do 3 breaths here. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, melt into it, soften the knees. One more breath. And then we'll take our right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Bring that foot between the hands or towards that right hand. Pivot onto the left foot, warrior one. Drawing your body up. Drawing that hip forward, both hips forward. Opening things up. Option to bind the fingers. Pushing into the outer edge of your left foot. Find that breath. We're going to go a little deeper here. Vidrasana 2. So find warrior 2. Extend the arms to the front and back of the mat. Check in with your right knee that you can see your big toe, and the knee is not collapsing in but opening out to the right. Look over the front right arm and find your breath. Feel the shoulders pulling down and back. Good. Keep that warrior two nice and strong. Now we're going to bring both palms together to the heart space. We're going to add a little challenge, balance challenge here right away. Turn towards the front. Peel off your back foot and find your warrior three. Back up a little. Find your warrior three, level out your hips. Arms can be forward, they can be out to the side like an airplane, or even behind you. So you got variations on what you could do here. Now that back left leg, I want you to bring it down on the floor behind you, nice and wide. Extend back up, lifting the arms. Now your front right knee and toe are still forward. Turn the body out, Warrior Two. Coming back to it, but we're gonna straighten the right leg. Just like life, sometimes we have to work our way through different situations and postures. Turn your right thumb up. Let's see a little attitude in the hips. Hips push to the back of the mat, leaning forward, working towards our triangle. So pull the back of the hand to the inner thigh or to the shin. Left hand can be on the hip or up into the air. And just open things up. Opening your chest, stacking those shoulders, finding your breath. Now from here, we're slowly going to come back up. Find your neutral spine. That back left hand is going to reach forward, revolving your triangle, reaching forward. First, maybe bring your right hand to the hip. Your left hand can go to the floor or on the outside of your shin. And then maybe bring, and you can even use a block, right hand to the sky. Finding your breath. Now that top right hand, let's bring it all the way to the ground, bend your front right knee, and let's step back to a plank. Find your breath, pull the shoulders away from the ears, nice and strong. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath here. 3 long, deep, gentle breaths. Knees are soft. Shoulders pulled away from the ears. 1 more breath. Now we're going to take that left leg and extend it up, 3-legged dog. And then you're going to bend the knee and bring that foot slowly forward, pivoting onto the back right foot, finding your Warrior One. Vidrasana One, bending into it, make adjustments, extending the arms. They can be apart or together. Finding your breath, pushing through the outside edge of that right foot. So when we hold these postures and dive a little deeper into them, we are stretching and lengthening the fascia tissue and hydrating it. So good for our body. That's the connective tissue in our bodies. Let's find our Vidrasana Two Warrior Two. So you're adjusting those feet. Your feet are like an L. That right foot's to the side of the mat, left knee and left foot to the front. Extend the arms to the front and back, looking over those left fingertips. Make sure you can see your big toe on the left foot and the knee is pushing to the left, not collapsing. Pull those shoulders down and back. Find your breath. See if we can melt a little deeper into it. And then bring those palms together. Rotate the upper body towards the front. I like to peel my heel off the floor, balancing on my toe. So find your Warrior Three. Lengthening, lifting up. Back up a little. Finding your breath. One side might be easier than the other, but try to level out those hips. And again, your arms can be out, they can be back, or you can have them forward. Play around, find what feels good to you. Take that back leg and you're going to bring it to the floor, finding your Warrior One again. Find that stable ground. If you need to step forward, you can, but you're going to pivot your back foot out to the side. Take a bigger step forward, find your Warrior Two. Each time we melt into these postures, it gets a little easier. Straightening out that front leg. Take your hip, Shift it towards the back as your left hand rotates and thumb to the sky. Start to reach forward as far as you can, sliding the hand on the inside of the thigh or the shin, lowering down, stacking those shoulders, opening the heart option to reach your right arm to the sky. Feel free to use a block here. Finding your breath, feeling the inner thigh of that front leg stretching and opening up, opening the heart. One more breath. And then I want you to slowly come back up to a level arms. Take that back arm, rotate it slowly forward, revolve triangle. Place your left hand on your hip so you can find that balance and not strain or overstretch. Maybe you bring your hand onto your shin. Again, one side might be easier, and extending the left arm up. This is my tighter side. If you've ever had sciatic or low back issues, that one side might be tighter. That's why I have this side still talks to me sometimes. Finding your breath. One more breath, and then that top arm, we're gonna bring it down to the floor. Let's step back to our plank. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, nice and strong, tall spine, and then chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Soften the knees, find your breath, 3 breaths here. One more. Good, and now you can step, hop, or walk both feet forward to a forward fold. Hanging out here. Take a half lift. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Soften or bend the knees and rise all the way up. Slight back bend, palms together to heart space. Now you're going to take a step back and we're just going to open up the feet nice and wide. Doesn't matter which one because we're just going to do this on the one side to keep it equal. Extend the arms out to the side, pressing the palms away. And then turn your toes forward towards the side of your mat. Turn your palms up, inhale to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. And just hang out here for a moment. Check in with the legs. Maybe reach the hands to the outside of the ankles. Finding your breath. And then bring your hands to your hips and slowly draw your body upward. Nice. And then you're going to step, hop, or walk both feet together. Nice and tall through the spine. So we're going to add another balance posture in. First thing we're going to do though is draw the big toes together, draw the thighs together, Tatasana, chair pose, sitting into it. Draw those hips down, arms up. Bring the arms out to the side. Now a couple options. You can go to full ego, lift your left leg, crossing it over the right. And you can even tuck your toe behind the calf if it goes there. And then bring your right arm over left for full eagle arms. Option to bring your left toe to the floor for balance. Find your eagle. Find your focal point on the floor and your breath. And then slowly unwind those arms, extend them out. Unwind the foot, bring the foot onto the floor. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms to heart space. Find your mountain, but your toes are together. Squeeze those thighs. And then Utkatasana, chair pose, sitting into it. Shift your weight to the left, extend the arms to the sides, lift your right foot, wrap it around, or put your toe on the floor. Left elbow over right, find your eagle, and find your breath. One side might be easier than the other. And then we're slowly going to unwind the arms, unwind the legs, bring the feet together, inhale, rise, exhale, palms together to heart space. And breathe, relax, find your mountain. I want you to ground all your weight into the right foot. And two options. One, you can do a tree, bringing the leg out to the side, or cross it over for figure four, for lotus or half lotus. Now when you're here in your lotus, option for hands out, palms at heart, maybe you start to lower into it. Finding your balance, another option is to bring your hands to either wrap around your lower leg, or you can even bring your fingertips to the floor. I'm a little wobbly on this leg today. Finding your breath. You can place the foot in your bicep and your knee in the opposite bicep, reaching your fingers to the floor. Another option. And then we'll slowly release, rise up, release that leg. It can be a little challenging, and it challenges our leg strength as well. So ground down into the earth, feel both feet nice and solid. Shift your weight to the left foot, and then we're going to go to half lotus on this side. If you prefer just to do a tree, that is totally fine. If the balance is very challenged, otherwise bringing that ankle across the thigh, and make sure you can move your foot. You can bring your palms to heart space. You can start to bend into it, lowering down, and maybe that's perfect for you. Maybe you wrap your hands around the leg. Maybe you bring your bicep into the foot and the knee. Either one is fine. Find your breath. Inhale and exhale. Now we're slowly going to release. Come all the way up. Place the feet back on the floor. Take a breath in, reach the arms out. Exhale, palms to heart space. And just turn both feet to face the front of your mat. So you're facing the front, but you're more in the middle of your mat now. Take a breath in, reach the arms up. Exhale the arms out to the side. Take a step as wide as your mat, turn your toes slightly out. And then bring the palms to heart space. We're going to practice our Yogi Squat now. So slowly lowering into that Yogi Squat. Knees go wide, dropping the hips, head is up, pressing the triceps into the thighs. Now again, you can always use a block here if you need to. Finding your breath. Bring your hands to the floor, straighten out those legs, and then roll yourself all the way up. Inhale the arms at the top. Exhale back down into your Yogi Squat. Dropping those hips all the way to the floor. Head is up. Find your breath. Now from here, you're going to plant your hands on the floor, rock onto your toes, step straight back into a plank. And here we're going to hold and pause and just stay nice and strong. See if you can lift your right foot off the floor. You can always be on your knees here as well. Put the right foot down, lift the left foot up. Good. Left foot goes back down. Option to extend the right arm. Notice how you lean more to the left. Control. Right hand on the mat. Left arm extend. Notice how one side's easier than the other. And then hands both to the floor. Go ahead and lower your knees to the floor, knees apart, feet together. Find your child's pose. Send your hips to your heels and lower your head to the floor. And find your breath. Stretching out that low back. One more breath. Reaching those fingertips out in front. Draw the knees underneath, tuck the toes, find your plank again. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Now we're going to shift to a plank on the outside of the right foot. Option to place your right knee on the floor and extend up, or you can have the legs straight. Find your breath. Now let's pivot back to plank. Both feet on the floor. Option to be on your knees if you would like as we pivot onto the left, or you can lower the left knee and put the foot out to the side for a variation of that side plank. Your feet can be stacked or staggered. Extending it up, lifting those hips. One more breath. And then back down into full plank or on your knees, either one. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Pull your right knee, into your nose, round through the back and lift slightly up. And then extend back to plank. And let's try the other side. Pull the left knee into the nose, round through the back. And then extend back out. Let's lower the knees, find your child's pose again, shifting it back. But as you come back, let's slide the right arm under and find a nice little twist, stretching through that shoulder that you just worked. Wiggle those right fingers. Find your breath. Pressing your left hand into the floor, have it assist you to come up, reach the right arm up, slide the left arm under, and melt into that left shoulder, wiggling those fingers. And then bringing that right hand close by, coming onto both hands. And then you can cross the feet, have a seat, extend those legs out in front. Nice and tall. Find your Dandasana, your staff or stick pose, feet straight. We're going to take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, and then hinge forward, reaching for those toes, give those legs a shake. Now option, you can stay nice and tall, maybe holding on to the big toe with the first two fingers. Maybe you wrap your hands over or you hold the outside of the feet. If you cannot reach the feet, you can hold on to the legs or just let your arms rest. And again, if you have low back issues, you've probably heard in my past videos, I've got that lovely bulging disc I've been trying to get to heal. So I try to stay more of a tall spine instead of rounding, because rounding irritates it. So I just stay nice and tall and just try to stretch out those calf and hamstrings. And it's okay, I just don't go as far in my posture. And that's all right. We all do what we can. One more breath. And then we're going to inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale the arms all the way down. Let's bring our right leg into the chest and give it a squeeze. We'll give you a few options here because we were going to work towards a bind. So option one is just to hug the knee as you place the foot on the outside of the left thigh. Now, if you want to go a little deeper, you can pull that left foot underneath the right thigh and pull it nice and close, and then pull your right foot on the outside. So a little bit of a pretzel style twist. Take your left hand, that's what I like to call it because it just feels kind of fun. And you're going to hold on to that knee with the right knee with the left hand. Right hand behind you and a nice gentle twist. If you would like to add the bind, you can bring your left arm over the top between the arms and reach back and hold on to the fingers. So your right hand is going behind the back and the left arm through, threading it through. Never force it. You can also use a strap here, finding your breath. You don't want to hurt your shoulder. One more breath. So if you do have a bind, we're going to let it go. We're going to counter stretch. You're going to take your right elbow on the inside of your right knee, lift and twist to the left. Just loosening up also through the upper back. We're nice and warm now. Hopefully your muscles are warm. They're ready to be more pliable and stretch. We're going to release the arms, unwind the feet, extend them out in front, give them a shake. We're going to try the left side now. So hugging that knee into the chest, crossing it over the right thigh. Maybe this is your posture and you would just flex that right leg. Another option, like we did before, just bending that right knee and pulling the right heel to the left butt cheek. Maybe that's in your practice. And maybe you're working your way there. That's okay. Option, bringing your right arm over that left thigh and then maybe threading it through. Take the left arm behind the back and grab hold of the hand for a bind. One side might be doable, one side not, or one side's closer than the other. That is also very true. On each person, one side is way easier than the other. Finding your breath. If you've had shoulder injuries before, this might not be happening. Never force it. One more breath. And then we're going to release the bind if we have one. And then counter stretch. Just bring that left elbow on the inside of the left knee, right hand behind, lengthen and twist to the right. Finding your breath. And then we're going to release back to center, undo those legs, straighten them out. Flex those feet, take a deep breath in, straighten out those arms to the sky, and then exhale, forward fold. Reach for the toes or the feet. Shake them out if you need to. Might feel a little easier this time. Finding your breath. Feel the hips rotating forward anteriorly. One more breath. And then we're going to inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale them out to the side, reach them under the knees, and then pull those knees apart as the feet come together for a butterfly. And just let those knees, small movement, open. Stretching out the inner thigh, releasing. Now you can hold on to the toes or try the ankles, hold the ankles, and let's draw some big circles. Circle that whole body around. You want this to feel pretty good. One more circle, and then we're going to change direction. And sitting up nice and tall. Lengthen through the spine. Pull the elbows to the rib cage and start to hinge forward. Again, same thing. You can stay tall through the spine or you can let your body start to collapse. I'm going to stay tall because of my back. And finding your breath. You can hold on to the ankles or you can move to the toes, just don't crank on them. And then we're going to release, come up, and hold behind the knees. So you can hug them in and reach for your forearms or your wrist or your elbows and sit up nice and tall. Flex the feet, pull those toes up, maybe float them above the floor. And then we're going to find our Navasana, our boat pose, extending it out. Now if you want your feet on the floor, that's an option. You can hold on to the thighs if it bothers your back. Feel the core engaging, lengthening. So you got lots of options here. Finding your breath, maybe bring the palms together, rotate to the left, and then rotate to the right. Again, still breathing. Rotate back to center. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. See if you can reach and grab the toes. Finding your breath. Another option is to hold the outside of the feet and extend the right leg up to the side, and then the left leg for a V. Find your breath. Maybe you hold the back of the thighs or the calf. And then bring those legs together. And then slowly release. And we're going to lay all the way onto the back. And when you get to the back, go ahead and bend the knees and place the feet flat on the floor, walking your hands towards your heels or your ankles, pushing your back into that mat. And just relax, take a deep breath in, and then let it out through your mouth. Walk your shoulders away from the ears, and then pressing through your feet, let's find our first bridge. Lengthening through the spine, feel the stretch through those hip flexors. Breathing. And then slowly lowering the hips all the way down. Let's take the right ankle, cross it over the left thigh, open up that knee, rotate the right ankle, and then change direction. You might get a little snap, crackle, pop. Keeping that knee open, let's press up to a single leg bridge, lifting the hips, pushing through that left foot on the floor. Feel that nice stretch. And then slowly, slowly, slowly lower the hips. Very slowly. Now you're going to keep that right ankle crossed over your left thigh and bring your arms to cactus arms. So now the back of the hands is on the floor, elbows bent, and then drop both knees to your right. So now that right foot is on top of the left thigh. And you just have a delicious stretch here. Just feels so good. Maybe look to the left. Find your breath. Make adjustments as needed. Another breath. And then we'll bring our head to neutral. Bring those legs back to neutral. So left foot is on the floor. And then place your right foot back on the floor, both about hip distance apart. And then you'll take the left ankle, cross it over the right thigh. Rotate that left ankle. And then change direction. And then we're going to press through the right foot, lifting the hips, finding our single leg bridge. That left knee is open. And then lowering those hips slowly all the way down and dropping both knees to your left. And maybe look to the right. And just find your breath and notice the difference on each side. Notice the energy running through your body, but maybe you're starting to calmly relax a little more. Bring your head back to neutral. Slowly lift those legs all the way back up to neutral so the right foot goes flat on the floor, and let's place the left foot down as well. Reach both hands towards your heels or your ankles. Let's press up to a bridge. Now, option to walk your shoulders underneath, interlace your fingers, pressing your fingers toward your feet for a bind in your bridge. Finding your breath. Option to let your head turn just gently to one side, feeling the stretch through the neck. And then slowly let your head turn to the other side, but not lifting it off the floor. And then bring your head back to center. Don't let your knees fall open. We're kind of pressing in them just a little bit towards each other, but not all the way. And then walk your shoulders out from under, unlace your fingers, and then lower your hips all the way to the floor. And let's hug the knees into the chest to give them a rock side to side. And then find your center. We're going to hold on to the right knee. Extend the left leg out. Feel that nice stretch through that left hip flexor. And then extend that right foot all the way up to the sky, rotating the ankle. Maybe you walk your hand higher up. Just feel that nice stretch. And then you're going to hug that right knee one more time into the chest, holding onto it with the left arm. Pull it across to the left. Reach your right arm out to the side or cactus arm. And just feel that nice stretch. One more breath. And then we'll come back to the center. Give that knee a squeeze into the chest. And then pull that right knee in. So both knees into the chest, another rock side to side. Massaging that low back. And then we'll let that right leg go to the front of the mat, hugging that left knee in. And then extend that left leg up to the sky. Maybe rotating the ankle, both directions. Maybe walking the hands higher up. Now we're going to hug that left knee into the chest, holding it with the right hand about on the shin area up towards the knee. Pull it towards your right side, giving a nice twist. You can have an arm out or in a cactus arm, just to enjoy that nice little twist, looking to the left. And just enjoy that. A calm is washing over your body now. You're breathing. And then bring your head to neutral. Let your leg come back to center. Pull the right knee in so you've got both legs, squeezing them in. Maybe wrap and hold your wrist, forearm, or your elbows again. Bring your nose towards your knees. Take an inhale. And then exhale, lowering the head back to the floor. Now let's find our happy baby, holding on to the toes or the outside of the feet, or you can wrap your arms around through the inside coming out to the outside of the feet. Now rock yourself gently side to side. So your knees are pushing towards the earth and your heels are up to the sky, finding your center, finding your tailbone pushing towards the earth. Feel that nice hip stretch. And then we're going to release the feet, hug the knees, and then slowly release one leg at a time, all the way out to the mat, and then the other leg. So we're going to find our Shavasana. So just laying down nice and comfortable. Let's turn our palms up. Let the legs fall out and open. Walk the shoulders away from the ears, closing our eyes. Find your breath. Feel your body melting into the mat. Thank your body for all that it's done for you today to get you to this point. Let's take a nice deep cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose and a nice sigh through the mouth. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. And then you can roll to your side. You can hug your knees into your chest if you'd like. And then we're going to use our hands to gently press ourselves up to a seated posture, an easy seat, a Sukhasana. Lifting ourselves up, turning the palms up, first finger and thumb together, draw the elbows back into the rib cage. Notice how your body feels. Calm, but enlivened with lots of energy. Take a deep breath in, reach those arms overhead, touching the fingers. Exhale, palms to heart space. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.